What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be combining the two things that I love the most in life, which is mountain bikes and building things, as we turn this pile of timber into this dream bike shed. Look at that. This episode is going to be epic and I cannot wait. Let's start this video off then by welcoming you to my dream workshop. And at this point, you're probably starting to think, if he's got a workshop, why does he need to build a bike shed? And the simple answer to that question is space. This is a very small workshop that needs to hold a lot of bikes. Bike storage is fundamental when it comes to saving space. If you was to just have the bikes dumped in a corner, not only do you risk them getting damaged, but it wastes a lot of space, and if you want the bike that's in the middle or the end of the pile, then it just becomes a nightmare. STEAD gave me the option to store the bikes securely. They pivot so I can access whichever bike I need to. And I don't have to worry about them. They're tucked up and they're out the way, nice and organised. It does, however, still leave the issue of space. When I've got the work stand set up and I'm working on the bikes, there's just not much room, and that is where this mini shed build comes in. We've got this perfect space behind me here in the garden where the shed is going to go, and the exciting thing about this project is because I'm building it from scratch, I can make it whatever shape and size it needs to be. I'm excited to get this build underway, and we're going to start off by making the shed base with my new tools which Tracer have sent me. I'm going to load these into my tool belt, we're going to drop a tune and start the first build labs. Check this out, I've made half lap joints on here to join the frame together, and it is pure satisfaction. Check this out. Oh, that's incredible. The shed base is now complete and ready to be screwed together. I've made it from these 4x4 fence posts, which is actually quite overkill and quite big for a shed base. But all of this timber is from my compound, the remains of when I had to take my jumps down, so it's going to good use. Just when you think the day can't get any better, look at what has just been delivered to me. Hello. Hello. Is this what you do when you're not biking?
Yeah, you've got yourself a cheese and ham toasty and an Easter cake there at £5 please.
There we go then, day one complete, and we have made some insane progress. 3 out of the 4 walls are now up, and I'm excited for tomorrow where we're going to finish the other wall, roof, steady racks, put cladding on the outside, fit the doors. Let's spin to the next day. Day 2 of the build then, and you're probably wondering where my walls have gone. Yesterday when I came out to start working and continue the build, I noticed that firstly I wanted to make the shed a little bit deeper, but I'd also done a really bad job of making the angle here match the fence, which was also costing me space. Unfortunately, what that meant is quite big changes. I pretty much had to redo the whole base, and I've still got to make some changes to the walls that I had made. Although it looks like I've made a load of steps backwards, I feel in the next hour or so it's gonna then show how many steps forward we've made. Sometimes you have to take a few steps back to jump forward, and I think that's what's happened. So let's start today off, get the build laps running and see how we get on. And just like that, the afternoon was turning into a disaster. Every direction that I turned, I was just faced with problems. This final wall that sits at an angle is proving to be a challenge, and with that, another day is wasted. And that now brings us on to day 3 in the build. Yesterday felt like a huge step back. We've had a really good morning this morning. I've managed to get the other 3 frames adjusted and changed, and they're ready to go now. And we've got this side which goes up against the fence, which is all boarded and ready to just stand up. So that's the next job. That's pretty exciting because over the next 5 minutes we are going to see quite a lot of progress. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but we now finally have a frame, and I'm so stoked with how it's turned out. Look at that, nice and solid, and it's exciting now because we can actually step in it and you can start to see steady rack, shelving and all sorts of things there. It's going to be exciting. I'm getting stoked now. Shed's going good, but probably not as good as lunch today. Check this out. Oh, incredible. Oh. That's so good. Right, we're going to eat this and carry on. Take a look at these nice timbers now then that I've just fitted around the door frame. We've got a nice finish up the top there, which is looking sick. And we're now around this side with the same bits of wood fitted, and it's time to fit the boarding, which is this stuff here. It's like what you'd find on a fence, and I'll show you a little hack on how to make life easier when you're doing this. The boards here have to overlap the one below by an inch. Now, instead of going along on every single one marking an inch, because that would take so long, you make this up. What you can do with this is you can put it on the one below and then use it to slide up, and that now is at the right height. Do that both ends, everyone's a winner. And I've also put a line on here so I know how high to put the nails in the board so they're the same on every single one. It's nearly the end of the day, so I'm going to see how much of this I can get done before it gets dark. Happened again, people. I've got cake! Whee!
We've got banana bread with chocolate chips in.
Be rude not to stop and eat this quickly, wouldn't it? Yo, how's it going? Welcome to my new bike shed. Do you want to come in and take a little look? Starting off with the outside then, I'm stoked on how it looks. It has used this space in the garden perfectly because it's made a little area where you can clean the bikes and store them. Inside the shed then, I've built some shelving units, and on the top here, we've got the G Technique shelf. All your cleaning products, brushes, cloths, all to hand. We've got 2 other shelves here for some storage and a few bits to go there. Also, we've got a coat hook in the corner. The only thing that's missing now is the bikes. We've got the racks here. So I guess the final job is to get these fitted and get some bikes in here. What colour end cap do you think we should go for? Blue. Blue it is then. There we go, I'm so happy with that. Look at how awesome that has turned out. We've actually got one more to fit still, so let's get on with it. Whoa, look at that, that's so sick. We've now got 2 bikes in the dream shed build, and that means that it's now complete. They're in there on the racks, they pivot, you can lift them out. They're also locked in using the lock brackets. They're nice, they're safe, they're secure, and I couldn't be more stoked. That is actually the end of this project. I've enjoyed this one so much, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed coming along for the journey. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you'd have done different, what you like about this build, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a